What's going on, guys? Kivox here, and welcome to a new WandsDay. I've been working pretty hard at trying to get these wands out. I actually have 10 wands to show you guys today, and as of right now, they should actually be up on the shop. So that's enderswands.com. So if you want to just skip to over there and go check them out, you can do that. I would appreciate it if you watch the video at least. I believe, yeah, let's do it. So we're actually going to do a sale on all of these until the end of the year. So until January 1st, I believe we will have them all. Well, it's not a sale. It's a coupon code. I'm giving you guys a coupon code. Stay tuned till the end, and I'll let you know at the end what the code is. Hopefully I don't forget, because that would be embarrassing. And then I'd have to come back and record another thing to do that. But it's going to be 10% off all of the wands. I don't know, I've never done a sale before. This is the first time I've ever done a sale. So hopefully it works out. So jumping into it, like I said, I've been busting my butt trying to do these, trying to get these done. Some of these I actually started in the last video, but I was only able to get 6 of them actually completed last time. Some of them are still right there, so we still have some on the shop. Actually, those are going to be on sale too. So again, any of the ones in the shop as of right now until January 1st, the end of January 1st. So it's going to go into next year. It gives you guys about a week to pick one up. The wands for today are kind of like all over the place. There's very different styles in all of them. I don't think any of them really fit together, except for 2 of them that are actually made out of the same piece of wood, that they were kind of like facing each other like this. And I cut them both out and made 2 wands that are the same color, but kind of reverse of each other. I'll explain it when I get there. Let's start off with the 2 that I've had here for a while that I never got to actually finish. This one is the first one. This one is the one that I showed you guys in the previous what was it, the wand review that I showed, where I said I have this piece of it and I have this piece, but I just haven't put it together yet, and I finally did it. I put it together. I think it came out pretty good. This guy's made of mahogany, and it is 14 1/8 inches long. It has some weird, this does kind of like remind me of like dripping wax type thing. That's not exactly what I was going for, but I think it kind of reminds me of that too. I was just kind of going for all these bulbousy little ends growing upward, and then the same thing for the pommel here. And then this is just a little piece of metal that I had that fit pretty well, and I think it really breaks up the creepiness of it with this little elegant piece of it's kind of like a goldish pinkish chrome. It has some weird little like spots on it. It's definitely you know, unique in its like color and weirdness for sure. Again, that one was an old one that I had partially finished and not completely finished for a while now. So that was that one. And then the other one is this one that I've had here for about, I think like a good year and a half. It's Purple Heart. It is, how long is this guy? It is 14 and what the hell? 1/2, I think. For some reason, it's about 14 and a half, I think, because I accidentally wrote 14 and 11 halves, which that's not how math works, but yeah. So Purple Heart, right? And then we have these little like cutoffs here that actually get really nice and skinny, and then there's these little facets. It's a weird design. I like that it's like super straight here, and then it kind of dips and smoothens out. There really isn't a lot to say about this one. It does feel nice in the hand. It's Purple Heart, so it's nice, and you know, it's a little bit on the heavier side. Oh, I just thought of something. If you guys want me to do a video where like I answer specific questions on how I made things, maybe we can start it off with this video. So in the comment section, if you guys think of something like you're like, oh, I wonder how he did that. Leave a comment asking that, whatever it is, like, maybe how did you do the facets on this or anything like that. And if enough people like comment the same thing or just say something interesting that I could respond, I may do like a video where I specifically just talk about like that topic and maybe just show you guys how I do it. Or even I'll do a video where I do a couple things. Maybe I'll answer like 3 questions, something like that. I think that's a good idea for a video, and then I can directly answer and maybe show you guys certain techniques, things that you guys actually want to see or are just curious on how to do it. Otherwise, I'm just going to start making stuff randomly, and you guys may not really care about the thing. I don't know where everybody is with their journey of making stuff. So, or yeah, does that make sense? Let me know. So, very elegant, right? We got a little bit of silver. I put a little bit of some silver dry brush on this section here to make it pop a little bit more so that you get a little bit more of an accent on the edges of the facets there. Now we'll move. I guess I'm kind of working on these. I'm kind of showing you guys them in kind of like a reverse order, like the oldest ones first, or the ones that I finished first. This is one of the first ones that I started working on at the shop. In the new shop, and it's a simple design, but just aggressively weird. That's not something that normally people say, but it is what it is. It has all the nice little holes that you guys know that I'd like to do sometimes. Some of them go all the way through. Some of them are just surface divots, and it's a little creepy. It's simple. I didn't want to go too hard with the darker colors. I kind of wanted, because it is very dark in these sections here. So I didn't want to go too hard with the, making this black or burning anymore. I didn't burn anything on it. The only burnness is from the bits heating up when I'm, cutting stuff out on it. That's why it turns black. Ooh, this one was ash, I believe, and it's 12.5 inches long. Sometimes I just forget what these woods are, especially the lighter woods. They're just like, meh. I've been actually keeping track a little bit better, because what ends up happening a lot of times when I finish a wand, if like I painted it or something, I always have to try to go back and like look at pictures or just look at like some sort of thing, or like the piece of wood that I cut it out of or something like that, because then that allows me to remember, oh yeah, this was canary, or this was ash, or this one was I got a mojito or some mojito. Is that what it is? Mimosa. I knew it was a drink. Mimosa wood. One of the pieces today is made of mimosa, but this one is made of canary, and this one has some. This one's actually one that we talked about during the live stream where I was drawing them, and it was a bunch of facets on the handle, a nice little smooth blade, and simple design, kind of elegant. Again, this one kind of has the similar style to this one, where it's very straight and then it bends a bit at the end, and you can see they're kind of like reverse shapes. So not exactly, but they are very straight on one side, and then you have a nice little dip on the other side. I don't remember if I said it already, but this one's made out of canary, and it's 15.5 inches long. Again, these are available right now up on the shop. So as of the recording of this, there are 13 wands available, which is like, I think like the most I've had in a while. I very rarely put out 10 at a time. I just figured let's start strong with the new shop. I have been finding some success in having the shop and having the space to build stuff, and it's been going really good. Super stressful, but I've been trying to not waking moment, but every free moment that I have has been basically working over there. I think I worked on, I did. I worked on Christmas. We called the family, and then after that I went outside and started working. So All right, so we talked about that one. Now this one is made out of the, what did I just say? I just said it. All right, so this one is the mimosa one. So if you guys remember this, this was like the one that I said was kind of like a mushroom cap. I think it came out pretty weird and a little gross, but it's super creepy. This is probably the biggest bulbiest pommel I've ever made, I think, but it's nice. You wouldn't hold it there, you would hold it here. This is kind of it's too much, and I feel like this right here is too weak, so I would definitely hold it up here more. It's super weird and creepy, not for everybody, I understand, but I also didn't know if I should add something else to the top, and I asked Meekachii about it, and she was like, just leave it alone, that's fine. And I was like, maybe you're right, we could just leave it nice and rounded and then do all of the detail on the bottom of it. I also will be posting most of these on Discord as well. Oh, no, not Discord. Nope. Instagram as well. Over the next couple days, I'll put in all of the nice images, and I took a bunch of pictures of these. Also, if you want to get some better, like detailed pictures, if you go to the website, enderswands.com, you can see all the pictures on there. There's a good amount of each of them on there, including the mojito one, mimosa, the mimosa one. I didn't even know mimosa was a type of wood. Mimosa. Moça is funny because moça in Portuguese means like lady, like a lady. So I wonder if that's where it comes from. It's probably like a Spanish word of some kind. If I were to guess, if you guys know the origins of mimosa, the word, I'm sure I could Google it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna let you guys tell me. All right. So next up, we will move over. We've done quite a bit of them now. So let's do this one. So this one is actually made out of, what was it? Purple Heart and walnut. So the handle is actually walnut, but it's black. It's painted a little bit because I wanted it to kind of go from black with the silver kind of dirty metal rings around it to the purple for the blade. It's kind of flattened here, and then it opens up more this way, kind of like a flame, or like a blade of like a sword, like a edgy, crazy, natural looking sword blade, wooden, I don't know. And then we have a little bit on the end here too. This piece I actually had for a while. I had made it a while ago, and I couldn't find the right blade for it. And then eventually this time I was just like, I think I can use this for this, because I actually made this first and it was much longer. Then I decided to add it to this handle. And this is a big boy. This is a thick one. It's quite heavy. One, for the walnut's pretty heavy. We have these metal bits here, and then we have the Purple Heart is also a pretty heavy, dense wand or wood. So it looks pretty good in my opinion. Also, let me know which one you guys think is your favorite out of all of these. I like to know kind of where the crowd is. Out of all of them, which one you like the most. By the way, this one is 14 3/8. So the way that this was made was this was made on the lathe, and then I went back and I connected the two, right? So drilled a hole, blah, 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 and then have them inside each other here. This actually goes into it a little bit. And then the metal, not string, the metal wire, the wire is wrapped around, and then I use solder to basically glue it together. Hey Link, I'll let you out, bud. And then I actually really like this design for the blade. The way that I did this was with a round drum sander, and I was able to carve out all of these parts here to get it that really nice and deep cut out all the way around, and then obviously flattened it out a bit this way. so that it's not like doesn't stick out too far. I could have gone like full Christmas tree so that it does that all the way around. I would, you understand what I'm saying, like a Christmas tree is shaped like that, right? I could have done that, and it's circular. It's usually not flat, but I didn't want to do that. I thought this would look better. Hopefully you guys agree. Remember I talked about the two that were connected to each other that were part of the same wood? That's actually these two here. They came out of the same piece of wood, basically like this, and they are both made out of bloodwood. We'll start with this one. People seem to really appreciate this one due to the uniformity, I guess you could say, of it. So the reason that I did this one this way and this one this way was because I wanted them to kind of be opposites. Remember I said that before. This one's very organic and has a lot of smooth, like rounded off lines that just seem like a branch or a piece of wood growing. And then this one, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. It has very, very straight lines that wrap all the way around. And there's a set of two. So if we go here, there's a set of two lines, and then they branch off, right? So one of them goes down this way, and then there's two up here at the top. They branch off that way, and then one meets up with this one here, and then the other one wraps all the way around and then meets up with it down here again, and then they both start going together all the way around. And then at the end, one ends on one side. Wait, this way. One ends on one side, and then the other one ends on the other side. But by this point, it almost looks like they're kind of uniform. The space is the same until it gets to here. Then these two follow. I'm looking at the opposite side, but you guys understand what I'm saying. Go check out the pictures on the website and you'll see it a little bit better. Also, didn't even realize, but this kind of reminds me of the Vanguard symbol from Destiny. If you guys have ever played Destiny. Now this one, again, this one is the opposite style, where it is extremely organic and extremely rounded off and has just the same color scheme, but just a completely different feel to it. I don't know. I kind of feel like these should go together, right? They'll probably get separated. They just look real good together, you know? Just think about it. If you like one of them, maybe you'll like the other one too, and then you could dual wield wands. Pew pew pew. Pew pew. I don't know why they make laser noises, but that's what they do now. I would say these were both very time consuming to make. This one was just very tedious and very time consuming to just go and try to keep it as straight as possible. I did it by hand first, then I went back in and fine tuned it a little bit more with the rotary tool. And it was just a lot of time, for sure. Some people may really like this one. Some people may think it's a little bit boring. It was mostly on the lathe for the general look of it, and then probably 5 times as much time spent off the lathe to finish it off, to get everything to look decent. So this one is a classic acrylic style with a metal guard of some kind, but I added in a little bit more. So I added in obviously this brass piece here, but then there's also some little brass accents on the actual handle part. There's 3 little lines on the back here, and then there's one thicker one here, and then there's a tiny little skinny little thing inside of that cut out, one here and then one here as well. So that kind of adds a little bit more to it. I feel like it brings some of this look from the handle all the way up to the guard and stuff. And it's weird because it kind of has like multiple guards if you think about it. I guess you can kind of hold it down here, but you can also hold it over here. I feel like it's a little bit more comfortable here, especially because that's like center of gravity is, and that it just kind of feels a little. I forgot to tell you guys how big these are. These are actually extremely long. So this is 16 inches and the other one is 15 7/8. So basically 16 inches. They are by far the longest wands out of this whole batch. I wouldn't say, maybe not by far, but they are the longest. And then this one is actually one of the smallest at 13 1/4. So it is, it's Purple Heart as well. And where's the other one? The other one that was short, I believe, was this one here. I think this is about 12 inches, 12 1/2, this guy here. This one's nice too, because it can actually like stand vertically. I probably wouldn't do it like on a shelf or something, just in case it gets knocked over and then, you know, breaks or something. But vertical should be good. I have it standing right here, but you guys can't see it, can you? There, ready? Boom. Haha, it's there. All right, so let's go over, since you guys have stayed tuned this far, the sale is going on, or the discount code will be going on from right now until January 1st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the coupon code is going to be New Year's 10. Okay? New Year's 10. You get 10% off any order. All right? So let's move on to the last one. Now, this one, there's a funny story about this one, because it started off and I was not enjoying how it was looking. So I kept working on it, and it just seemed like it was getting worse and worse. So then I decided, I have an idea. Let's wrap it with a little bit of some metal work, some wires that I have. And then I really enjoyed it. I really like it now. I think it ended up being my favorite wand out of all of these. It's not going to be for everyone, but it's definitely my favorite out of all of these. It's a little like rustic and a little, you know, dirty in like a good way, I think. But here it is. So it's weird, right? Especially this part right here. So I don't know, man. I basically didn't have this section. Once I added this spiral here, this little twist, this little curl at the end, it did it for me. I was just like, I just had all of this done, and then I was just like, okay, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like it. But then I just felt, because originally this actually had a purple piece, a part of the wood that came from here to right here. So it like rounded off and connected there, but I didn't like it. So I cut it off, and I was just like, I'll just keep this thin and see how it looks. But then I added it back in with the metal, and I freaking love it. And also this can like stand up like that, because it's squared off at the bottom, and it's pretty strong, surprisingly. Like I tried to support it in different directions, so that like if it were to fall, or if it were, you know, it basically, it's like a cage for the end of the wand, for the handle and the pommel. It's really, I think it came out great. It's like my favorite one. So these two are my two favorite wands that I've made in the last little while. And they're both the most, I would say, like unique and different out of any of them, out of all of these technically. And I definitely will be using this sort of cage thing in the future. Also, if you see anybody else doing this, you know that I was the first one. I'm the OG that came up with this idea. So I think it came out real good, man. I think it came out real good. I hope you guys liked these wands. I hope some of these will find their way to some of you and have a new home with you guys. I do miss a lot of my wands. I was looking through my old sales and stuff, and I was like, man, I forgot I made that. Like it's fun. And I love that, like, so many of my wands are like all over the world. It's so awesome. Like it makes you feel good. You know what I mean? Like you get knowing that somebody else appreciates your work. It's freaking awesome. I think I mentioned this before. Let me know what you guys think about me doing like a map that shows like where the wands have shipped and stuff. I don't want to put anybody's names out there or anything like that, but I think that that having something like that would be cool. Maybe like just like a thing in the background of the shop or something like that where I could keep adding things to, like a little pin or something with like where the wand is or what the wand, like a little picture of the wand or something like that. I don't know. Let me know if you guys think something like that maybe cool. Also, if you guys are checking this out before New Year's, I hope you guys had have a good New Year, a happy New Year. Hope you had a good holiday season. And I look forward to making some more wands for you guys. And I do have some other videos that I have some ideas for that I will be recording shortly. We're also going to be doing some more book stuff. I know the book stuff isn't for everybody here, but reading is fun. Meekachii and I like to read, so I hope you guys stay tuned for some of that stuff as well. Let me know if you guys want to see any specific videos. You know, you guys stay tuned this far. Leave a comment down below with the word. I always have to like look around for this. With the word frog. Frog. Include it in the sentence and or in the comment, and I'll know. And these are all the wands for this week, I guess. And I hope you guys enjoyed these. And there's a lot of them. I am pretty happy about this. I think that about wraps it up. If you guys are on Patreon, you probably already saw these because I usually post these on Patreon a little bit early so you guys can take a look at it. So if you want to pick one up, you can. And if you don't, it's totally cool. And if you guys don't want to, again, totally cool. No big deal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do want to support the channel without getting a wand, if you want to just subscribe, that's cool. That helps us out a lot. Leave a comment. That also helps. Something as little as just watching a video as well. That also helps us out. And you can always follow me on Instagram and stuff and leave a comment. I already said that. What am I doing? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye-bye.